Hello.
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 We are live. We are live. Good afternoon. Happy new month. Happy new month. I'm just all by myself now. Please, when you join, you say hi. Let me know you're watching and where you're watching from. Happy new month. Happy new month. We are in the month of March. Hey, like February start now. Today don't finish. God, yeah, they can't finish again. So we're already in the month of March. Hello, today I'm talking about being expressive in your relationship, how important it is, and how important it is for you to speak up. So if you're joining me, please let me know where you're watching from, where you're joining me from. I'm just all by myself now. I'm all by myself now. Yes, somebody just joined. Hello, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm here again today. I've come to talk about being expressive in your relationship. My dear sister, Mariana Cracks. Hello. Happy new month, Mariana. I'm so glad that you've joined. You're the first person to join. Happy new month. Happy new month. It's just going to be a very quick live. Like I said last week. Hello. I see some other person just joined. Yes, I want us to talk about being expressive in our relationships. I noticed that um okay, from Bonamusadi. Hello, I'm so happy I have you here. You're welcome. You're welcome. I noticed that about 80% of my Sidonie, you're welcome. Hello, happy new month. Happy new month. I'm so happy that I'm not alone, even though this was not announced, but I have people joining. This is much love. I have my son with me here. I just don't think that I can call this live off because he's here. Let's go. Let's continue. Please, Jordan, don't interrupt me. Yes, guys, I want us to be about 5 of us, and we move on. Watching from USA. Okay. Much love. Much love. Hello, Sidonie. Happy new month. I want us to talk about being expressive in our relationships. I have an experience to share, and I think one or two persons will learn from it. Yeah, so guys, happy new month. If you're joining, yeah, I have Mariana here. I have Sidonie. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I'm in Douala. And please like the video, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. It is very important for us to be expressive in our relationships. Very, very important. I know these days people think that when you ask questions, they call you desperate. But I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. Ask questions. You need to know. There are a lot of things that we need to ask questions about. You just met this guy, you have been dating for 2 3 months, and things are just going, and you are just quiet enjoying the lovey-dovey. Ask questions. Ask questions. What is your motive? What is this one heading to? We need to know. We need to know. If you don't ask questions, you assume a lot of things, and things will not go the way it should go. But if you ask questions, some things are defined from the very start. It will save you a whole lot. Don't touch. It will save you a whole lot. Before I get right deep into what we are talking today, I just want to give some time for more people to join. I am in Douala, precisely at Ndogbong. I'm filming from Ndogbong, Douala, and I'm very happy that I'm not alone. I have two pretty sisters watching. Yeah, so I'm talking about being expressive in our relationships. Being expressive. Speak up. Don't assume. Let us know. Let your partner know that this is what you like. This is what you stand for. Don't fake anything. because those early days we are tempted to think that, oh, if I do this, this might just scare him away. If I do this, if I say this might just scare him away. But it's the best time to be expressive. It's the very best time to say what you want. It's the very best time to say what you want. I'm Josephine Young, and this is Fix It with Josie. I'm sure you've seen the name of this channel, Fix It with Josie. I'm a mom of boys, so sometimes things may not go as planned. Like normally, I'm supposed to announce a live and say I'm coming live tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and but when you have kids, I have 3 boys, and I'm in a distant marriage. Hello. Yes, just wait. Hello. And I'm in a distant marriage, so you can bear with me that to handle boys it's not easy. So I just try to steal the small time that maybe they are still in school and the youngest was still sleeping. Just before I got into the life, he woke up. But then we have to do this. We have to do this. Their energy is like a whole village. So I'm coping. I'm coping. Yeah, it is very important. It is very, very important to be expressive in your relationship. Now, when you let things keep going, push through, go for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, and familiarity sets in. Now, anything you want to say, you feel like you just appear like you have been talking to some people. You are now keeping friends. You are discussing our issues. Where boys, they have the way they used to put it. You don't carry our things or issues outside. These are things that you should put down, put them on the table when you just start. Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. Yes, we are still just 2 of us. It's fine. Let me get into it. I am very happy that I have 2 beautiful sisters watching me, and I think I cannot take forever to wait for the others, because first, this was not planned. And any other person who is interested will join later or watch later. Yeah, so I want to share my experience and saying how being expressive helped me in my relationship. Back in the university, Jordan, please don't touch here. Back in the university, when we got into the university, I was in my early 20s, and I was very active. We were just excited about being in the university and all of that. So, oh my God, Jordan, don't touch it, okay? Don't touch. We were just all happy about. Please, just bear with me. Jordan is here and he's distracting and touching things. Please don't push down this mic. Don't push down the camera. I have my ring light right in front of me, and Jordan is just interrupting me. Yeah, and yes, so I got into the university, and at that early stage, early 20s is a stage of development where young girls will want to try. Your head is still hot. You want to try things. And I was living my life, and I had a relationship, and one thing led to the other. This guy he was that kind of very possessive guy. He will not want you to keep male friends. Like, he is completely is insecure. He was insecure. Hello, let me know where you're watching from. We are talking about being expressive in your relationship. Be very expressive in your relationships from the very start. Don't let it last for 6 months, 1 year, and you start seeing some red lights, and that is when you want to start spelling things out. Sometimes it may not really work at that stage, because they'll think that, oh, someone somewhere is advising you. And so I want to give you guys an experience that I had while in the university. Back then in my 20s, I was still single and I was testing the waters. I was living my life. I was living my life. Yeah, so I had this guy. I was in the relationship with this guy who was very, very insecure, who was so possessive. He doesn't want you to keep friends, male friends, particularly male friends. Even people who I've known for a very long time, back in secondary school, my friends, with no strings attached. He was just insecure. And I tried to tell him that I will not let go of people I have known for 6, 7, 8 years just because I got into a relationship with you some 2, 3 months ago. Things don't work that way. It doesn't. Now, if you don't spell some of these things out, these are kind of relationships that when they lead to marriage, they will start sending away even your own relatives from the house because of insecurity. Because of insecurity. So when things start happening like that, is the right time at that early stage to say no, this particular one like this, I know they. No, I know fit take am. I cannot take this. If you are in a relationship with me, at least just trust alone. You cannot be in a relationship with someone you don't trust. Trust the person you are in a relationship with. Let's trust each other. You must not think that I am dating every male friend around me. No, that is mean. That is being mean, right? Oh, thank God, Jordan has gone. Jordan has gone to meet his auntie. So now, yes. So I was like, no, this thing will not work. The relationship kept going for 1 month, 2 months, and no, I saw that it's not going. You accuse me of terrible things. You come to my room and meet this person, and you just think that you have to. No, no, no. It will not work this way. And at one point, he himself saw that. To him, he thought it was stubbornness that I'm not taking to instructions. I cannot tell you that I don't like seeing you with this person, and you still keep hanging around, or you still let this person come around and things like that. It is not going to work. And it was about 3, 4, 5 months in that relationship, and at one point he saw that it's not going. He called it off. And breakups hurt. Yes, they do hurt very badly. But then if you know your worth, if you see that you deserve better, you will not go crying and killing yourself and begging for him to come back when you know that no, you deserve better. When you know that you deserve better. Please go and meet your auntie. Go and meet your auntie. Hello, please. If you're joining, say hi, say hello, happy new month. We're talking about being expressive in your relationship from the very start, from the very beginning. Be expressive. Say what you like, say what you don't like. At that point, they will take you more seriously. They will take you serious than when you leave things to just keep going the way they are going. The relationship is just going and you are following, you don't define things. And tomorrow, when you want to talk, they will say you are getting advice from bad friends. You're talking to somebody. You're this, you're that. You're in a new month. And I think that some sisters need to hear this. Yes, I discovered that a majority of my viewers are female between the ages of 24 to 35. Yeah. And I think I should put this out there because it is going to the right group of people. It is going to the right audience, you see. So I'm talking about being expressive in your relationship. So while things were not really going as planned, this guy was being insecure, being possessive, and all of that. The relationship did not last. He called it off, and I did not see any need to go begging because I was not ready to let go of people I've known for years. For years, because I met you some few months ago. No, I was not ready. And so things just ended like that. Things ended like that. And one thing I want to say is that not all breakups are bad. Breakups do hurt, but there are some that end for you to walk into your dream relationship. You understand? Yes. While I was dating this guy, my husband today was my friend, just my friend. Like seriously, we had nothing. He had probably had his own relationships. He probably had his own relationship. Like I had mine. He knew about it. He was just my friend, and I was in this relationship, and we were just friends. Like we were in school. We used to meet in class and things like that. There was no strings attached to anything. But when this ended, I talked to him about it. I said, this is what happened, and he said, I forget about it. We were still friends. He had his own relationship. I was there living my life, trusting God that, oh, I'm a beautiful girl. I will meet someone someday who will value me, who will trust me, who will treat me better. Yeah. And so about 6, 7, 8 months down the line, my husband now, who was my friend then, made his intentions known. And then I gave him a try. And we kicked off. The relationship was going, and I did not take it seriously because, like I said, those early days in the university, you want to just try things. Your mind is open to trying new things, right? I was not taking it too serious, like, oh, this guy now, this is my husband. No, this is my last bus stop. No, I was just flexible. And it came to a point where I had to be expressive because we met in school, and now we had finished school. He was going back, and I am also going back. We are not from the same region. He's from the northwest region. I'm from the southwest region. I'm a 100% Bayangi girl, Manu girl. And so I had to at least define things. I had to ask questions. Now we are finished school. You're going back to your parents, you're going back to your town, and I'm here. I'm definitely going back to my own area. We met in school. What becomes of us? What is the future of this thing we have had for close to a year, 2 years? What is the future of this relationship? That is a question you ask today in a relationship. They will tell you, I don't like when girls pressurize me. I don't like it when you sound desperate. They'll term it as being desperate. But it is very important to know. It is very important. You cannot just keep someone waiting, not saying anything, and you just know that, oh, I have this person. And no, let's know. Let's define things. Let's get everything clear. And it was time for me to be expressive. And I popped that question. I said, what is the future of us? What are we after now? Because you're going back, you're finished school, and what are we? What is the future of this relationship? What do you think? Let me know so that I can, if this thing is not going to lead to anything, let me know. And guys, I picked I picked I picked my greatest shock because I think then he was not ready because he just left school. I didn't expect him to say, oh, let's get married next month. No money. So, and I didn't expect him to equally say he's committed 100% because he had his fears. So he kind of, I don't know exactly. Hello. Yes, I can see you watching from the USA. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I'm so happy that you're there, and I'm so happy that you're at least leaving your comments. Yeah. And so when I asked that question, that now we are separating, we met in school, what becomes of us? What becomes of us? And it was a very simple question, but a very, very, very delicate question to ask in a relationship. It is very important to ask those questions. And I asked. And he told me that he's not sure of anything in the future. Excuse me, guys. He's not very sure of what to say because first, he cannot say we are getting married. He doesn't have money. He's not working yet. And again, he doesn't think that his parents will accept him get married to a woman from another tribe. And it was very clear to me. Probably he had his fears, I don't know. And this child, stop climbing there, you fall. So I was like, okay, I think I've gotten the answer I was waiting for. the answer I wanted to get, because I could not just continue in this hoping and believing that, oh, my boyfriend is here, and if any other person comes to me and say, oh, you are very beautiful, I think I like you, I love you, and I'll be like, no, I'm in a relationship, let's define things. And I got the answer, and immediately I told him that it is okay. Mean that after today, if you hear that I'm married, don't take it as if I betrayed you or I disappointed you. We have defined our stand, our status. The state of our relationship has been defined. And I told him that, okay, at least if you're going, I know my stand. It hurts me. Like, so for all these years, for all this while, you knew that this thing was not going to lead to anything. Like, we're just playing, we're just having fun. And though in my head, like I said from the beginning, I was not actually taking it seriously, but you always want to get that positive answer, right? And I'm like, okay, goodbye, bye bye, make I dey go. In my head, I'm like claiming to be very very tough. Hey, yeah. I know this is what Cameroon guys, not only Cameroonian guys, most guys think that when a girl asks that, what is the future of this relationship, is being desperate. It's not. It's not. The guy is not serious. Ask those questions. Ask them. A serious guy will give you a serious answer. And a serious answer must not be, we are getting married tomorrow. No. That should not be the answer that will make you think that he's very, very serious. No. I said I asked my question, right? And I'm giving you guys the gist. I'm giving you guys the gist. I asked my question, and I was told that, my parents may not allow me get married to a woman from a different tribe. And again, I don't think that, and just an answer that was just clearly telling me that this relationship is not that serious. So don't not they build your how do I put it? Don't build your hopes too much. Like, you don't have man, this is your husband. No, calm down. And I said, okay, at least you have given me the room to welcome, to try other things, to be able to be open to new opportunities, right? To meet new people. Not like, okay, I'm in a relationship, somebody will see you and say, I love you. Oh, you're looking so beautiful. Can I? You say, no, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship. I beg go. We need to define those things. So like I said, when I asked that question, he told me that he's not very sure. He was not certain about the future. And I was like, okay. So if you hear that I am in a different relationship, if you hear that I'm married, you will not be like, oh, I was the one who was not serious and all of that. So we had this discussion before separating, so that I should be open to trying new things, to meeting new people, right? We did not have a problem. This question was not coming because we had an issue or this. I just saw that it was the right time for me to ask this question. It was the right time for me to know. It was the right time for us to define things. So I asked this question and he was like, okay. I said, okay, fine. It hurt me, but I was ready to move on. See, my dear sisters, there is one thing I want to tell you. There is no relationship that you should be in, that you will ever get in, and you think that without this person you will die. That's an emotion. So I just that feeling, you work for your head and your brain they tell you it's not true. You can live without them. You can live. It will hurt, it will pain, you will go through those crying, that down moment, you will cry and everything, but you will be fine. You move on, you gather yourself again, and you will even be better. Trust me, you will be better. Just Jordan, stop it. You will be better. And so when I left there, no, Bayangi girl, I don't want to cry and act like, oh, so after all these years, you are going to tell me that you are not sure that we can get married? I was being big girl. I was acting big girl. I'm in control things. I was like, okay, that's fine. At least if you hear that I'm married, you should not be angry, right? If you hear that I'm in a different relationship, okay, I wish you luck, goodbye, and things like that. Safe journey. I come up reach my auntie house there. I cry. I cry. I say, oh, and maybe this, and maybe this. Anyway, and I was acting strong. I said, it's okay. Life continues. We will meet new people. So long as there is life, there is hope. Jordan is distracting me. I'm very sorry, guys. When there is life, there is hope. I said, I'll move on. And I'm sure one thing that made him to actually sit back and say, but this girl, how can she just be very fine after hearing that? No, after now, if you have an opportunity, if you meet someone, you can go ahead, because I don't really think that the future and there is any serious thing in the future and things like that. I was like, okay, fine. When they said they hurt me, but I was like, no, I cannot come and be crying here. Say wait till you be God. I beg. I am going, Sha. I'm not the only one that will miss you. You equally miss me. So I went, and in my head I was like, okay, I've already given him the impression that I can move into anything serious anytime soon. So, and you might not have any chance again. So we don't define ourselves, Sha. Make we they go. And I went back. I sat for some time. Like next day, that breakup did not last for up to 42 hours. It did not last for up to 2 days. It did not last for up to 2 days. And I received a call. He called me back saying that, do I really mean that I will have to go and start seeing some other person? I said, I will go join convent, because me and you just separate. I will come become a sister now. Definitely I'll meet new people. And he said that no, this thing that we have had for years cannot end like this. Probably I said this not knowing how serious we're going to take it. Probably, and today we are married, because I asked that question and he saw that I was ready to move on. I was ready to move on. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Yes, they will make you feel like you are desperate asking these questions, but let it not stop you from asking the questions. Ask the questions. Ask those questions. It is very important. It is very important. If you don't like something in your relationship, say it right from the very beginning. And you cannot just keep it in your heart or be funny without talking, that the other person will read your mind. Be expressive. Ask those questions. Ask the questions. I did ask mine and I got my answer. Jonah will push this thing down. Where are the picking? I asked and I got the answer. It did not come immediately like I wanted it. It did not come like, okay, this is the answer. We are getting married next week. No. It first of all came like, it's a breakup, and then we went our separate ways, and we sat again and we thought about it, and we came back and said no. I think this is what I want to keep. I may not have the resources to say we are getting married tomorrow, but I think I want you by me. I want you to stand. I think we can do life together. But if I did not ask this question, probably he would not have taken me seriously. Probably he would have gone and gotten into other things, and distance. You know how these distant relationships work. If you don't define things and you are not committed to each other and you are not really serious, things will just fall apart. And so we defined things when we got back together, and now we knew what the next stage was. Everybody, we already knew that this is what we want. We already knew that, okay, we don't have the resources now, but this is what we want. This is what we have decided for this relationship. It was clear enough. So I have seen some people say, I'm scared to ask because we have known each other just for 2 months, for 3 months, for 6 months. Yes, boy. Yes, you're fine, okay? I've heard people say, I cannot ask that question now because it will scare him. They'll begin to think that I'm desperate. No, ask those questions. Any guy who is serious, who loves you, will not see it as desperation. They will not. Please like the video. You come in and like the video. Say hi. Any guy who loves you will be ready to give you the answers, no matter how they come. Just define the thing, make we know, define this thing, because people have been in relationships for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, and tomorrow you see the relationship ends like that, and the next 2 months you hear that they are married to someone you had never imagined. If things were defined earlier in the relationship, all that year the way you waste time, you know, for waste time. All the year the way you waste time, so one way people don't surely come from left and right. Say, baby, you are so beautiful. You are this, you are that, and in your head you are like, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship. Ask your questions. So ask your questions. Ask your questions. I know some guys who think that, oh, so the girl nana with me I meet up, he ask me say what I think about the relationship. So you don't the as you meet up me, so na me I don't just be a papa or her, or you think say that me I can't take all problem for the family. Irresponsible guys. Serious guys will not judge that as desperation. They will not. They will not. Trust me, they will not. Ask your questions and get your answers. I don't want to make this live to be very long. I've shared my experience, what I went through, and today I am married to the man who first of all told me that I'm not sure that this thing will work. I'm not sure that I'm telling you, see, you don't know. You will not know these guys until you ask those kind of questions, because some of them are running away from responsibility. It's not like you are actually going to hand over the whole all your problems. Like I was watching one video, the guy was saying that, please ladies, when you meet us, act like everything is fine first. Don't start telling us about this, about that, about, we know that we'll get to know those things later, but just leave us enjoy the few months before you start bringing all those my auntie, my sister, my house rent, my gas bottle, and all of that. But those are not even serious issues to bring up in I'm talking about real issues, defining the relationship. Define the relationship. Let things be defined. Let them call you desperate. The person will like, wey no say no. No, this is the woman I've been waiting for. You know, go talk in a desperation. You know, talk. Now all the wash ton boy then. Where they find side we can't chop. And then go talk say her. The girl don't start ask me about future nana so. And me say, you wish I did ask him, because I can't waste my time. when I say waste my time, my brother will ask, like, is it only your time that is being wasted? Is a guy's time not also wasting? But man beginning marry anytime more. I used to say these things. Men can marry at 50. But at 50, it take now fasting and prayer for woman, It take now fasting, serious fasting and prayer, before some guy go look at you for 50, talk say, let's get married. No, so since we don't have time on our side like they do, we should be the ones asking the questions. Me they talk say desperation and here maybe we will ask the question, they give you the answer though 1 year. That is very hot. We had rain here some day before yesterday. It's even not as hot as it used to be. But then it's still hot, sha. So guys, so my sisters, I know I'm talking to sisters, and I know some guys may watch this because I have some guys watching me. Guys, don't be scared of hearing these questions. What is it? Hey, mommy picking wahala. Come now, come. Don't be scared to hear these questions from us. If your intentions are genuine, you will not even start looking at it as is desperation, you will not. You go give the answer of 1 year. If you meet a girl and you don't have any serious thing to do with her, why are you first of all keeping the relationship in the first place? Same would you do it. Maybe are you the look friend, or my can cook for your house, the wash clothes. You do her. I beg. Tell me what we are. What's your motive? What's your motive? That's the question. What's your motive? What are we? In the next 2-3 months, what's the future of this relationship? What do you see? What do you think of us in the next 2 years? Or in the next 1 year even? After you put the meet up for relationship, stay 5-6 years and before marriage don't pass it. That thing be all and since I beg. Now old fashion. Move this thing from my mouth. Now old fashion. I think say you meet up girl. You want study. The first study now wait the study. The worst one self now a boy the way they meet up girls start talk say you will not born. You need to carry belly for me first before we marry. Charambara name. Let me say like my grandmother. Charambara name. Let me say you wait don't reach 40 something 50 years. You don't get pikin. You can't fear na me in my 20s. Say my carry belly first before you take things serious, abi. Na fear God oh. Guys, make una the fear God. Make una fear God. And when you finally get pregnant for them, they start looking at that other auntie for that side way. You see, the face see they straight. Because childbirth, the cow plenty kinds in them. When you finally give in to that they are fake to me, they used to talk say, may you born first. When you carry belly born first, now that time we will feel start see the thing. And again. Not be only guys them they bring that idea say me you born first before they take things. So there are girls who think that when you get into a relationship, the first thing you should do, if you meet a guy who you think that the guy if he gets more money because for Cameroonian guys remove this thing from your mouth. That's the one with the bikini. Don't put that thing in your mouth. Cameroonian girls and they actually think say boy na rich boy where get motor. They don't say plenty boy they say they beg motor then take out ton. Then when you see them when they come for you that motor, you see that their motor. Oh I beg now, leave me I beg now. They look when some guy get motor, they see and say that guy na rich guy here. Hey, mommy, na rich guy, so I can't leave a me go. The next thing I say, I go last take belle. When I do belle for the boy, you know if you leave me so. Yo washano. Belle ni keep man. In as much as I told me be expressive, no go take belle where you never know your stand. No go even take belle where they never marry you know. The belly thing used to be an accident, but if we avoid that accident, this day they plenty they don't come get them to track their menses. We don't even need again we track our menses no. So take oh my god. You know you take belly na how you don't know. Except say you really mean that. Even though I don't talk with some I'm a school counselor. I don't talk with some upper 6, lower 6 girl about their menstrual cycle. And it shocked me say they don't know. Plenty they don't know where it be okay because say plenty mommy them they need to talk for their picking about that thing safe. They need to talk. Girls they don't get that kind of education about their woman's skin, their menstrual cycle, that kind of thing they don't know. So if you come for YouTube, you learn the thing for day. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that can help you track your cycle, help you know exactly. Yeah, it's very important to define your relationships. Damn, it is very important. It is very important to define your relationship. If you know say no, you see me so and not give me all that kind of your mommy qualities the way you define for some girl. Say it's a bit for wash clothes fine. They say come on elegance pressing. If you say and say no. You don't look and for the 2-3 months with me and you they know. You say and say no, they are closer. I know if you wash and me make clean fine. You know if you take you this thing to the next level. Papa tell me one time say no, this thing they so you know walk. Mommy. No leave a mad because now so hey mama mio. No leave a mad waste my time. You waste my time. And again for Cameroon, I don't have Cameroon. What do you want? What do you want? Take this one. Take this one, good boy. Go and sit down. Hey, begin to leave a man talk. See, If some guy never tell you anything no about the future, even when you ask no, be you very open. Be you very open. You no go call off the relationship. You no go really call off the relationship. You get some way where you take and you go use small so you finally go. You understand no? You get some way where you take and you just be going you like you call me today and I see a call, but I'm not in that mood to really talk. Like in the next 2 days, you used to say the same and say things that they die down gradually. No, because we don't decide we say we no go be again for relationship where you go to waste our time for nothing. Girls have been in relationships for 2, 3, 4 years, and the relationship end. Where they don't meet up their potential husband and they talk say, oh please, please, I cannot keep 2 relationships. I don't know me how to keep 2 relationships. I'm already in a relationship. So when I master that. When that guy so you want to take you very serious, you dey for some uncle he has, for some uncle he hand, he tell you big grandma, the work out say friend motor the ton, he tell you say he not really be sure, the future is not very clear. The future the future is not very clear, but you did it because say you go just can leave this guy with all this swag with this motor, with this fine motor. Okay, me get the things so get motor that money. Oh Jesus, so I will see something on the other side. Yes, that is what I am saying. When they define, when they tell you, sometimes they no go even tell you. Sometimes you ask those questions, they will not tell you because they know that if they tell you, you go away. See, Natim will laugh. Natim will laugh. Sometimes you go even ask that question, they don't tell you because the fear will tell you, say, hey, if I tell the girl, that means say, agree, he go, agree, and nobody shift pants again. I no go the shift pants again. Me say the girl now I go call you say I want to see so you no go come because say I don't tell you say they may not tell you. Don't expect them to say it. But when we pop those questions, my sisters, when we ask that question they know and they no answer and we'll judge from the way they don't behave. I have been with you for 2, 3, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and I see and say your movement there, the way you do things, it ain't clear. My number 6 they tell me say no thing they need go find with the boy. No, this thing the place where they so no be na for here dey. No be na for here so I dey. No close up other opportunities then. No close am. Say no, I'm in a relation. Without very worry they make so the put the food for you put am so you see am clearly. Because there are girls who see clearly and they talking things so there are girls who see clearly that this guy is not serious, but they keep pushing. They put power so hey mama mio, then they put power for relationship pass all thing. Me I know say na man pikin say get to the put power for relationship. The men should be doing the work because God don't even instruct na man pikin for love way. Love who the support and support. So how me I will take again power go to put am for love plenty so. How? I am not saying this because I'm married. All my life I have been in 1, 2, like 3 relationships before I got married there, before I met my husband. I never put me that kind of power for relationship. I don't know me for put on when you need go no. You did just say and say sometimes you call me and they take at me. Then you can't say sometimes I take and say I called you yesterday, it's not big. I saw your missed call but I did not have credit. That's why the thing it just start happen. Small. So that we just cut the thing. We'll give way for people the way they serious. I beg. No, can't waste me time. When you say and say you need to go, don't leave a minute you waste your time. These guys most often they know will tell you say, sister, I want a medicine end. Boys they hardly talk. Forget say no, it's over. They hardly talk because they still like for come back. I don't know how they call it. They like for come back. So they don't want to tell you clearly say no, it don't end because when they come back you go ask and say it end then the one again await. So they want to say no, me they leave and me you decide. So since that's where you go ask them the question, you go push them for talk, and if you ask that question they no talk, that means say you two now you go know how you stand. No put your two foot for inside too. Know the way you stand. So that's some potential, some your God sent. My younger sister used to say, you may never know. You will never know the coming of the Lord. You will never know. That one that you are there putting on your head and saying, I am in a relationship. I have a boyfriend. I am this. I am that. You know, say no. That one so can crumble. Then that other person that you have been telling, I'm in a relationship. I cannot cheat on my boyfriend. I don't know how to keep two relationships. You don't know say that inside that one will can work. So when you need to go, when you don't ask that question, they don't give clear answer. You small, you take and pack out. You give room for people who are serious. And when you get to the other serious relationship, don't let things roll out until before you start saying that uncle, this thing as it is, so I like to have my things straight. I need to know my stand for this relationship, because I don't want to miss it tomorrow. Make and be say, I did not tell you that, I did not promise you. Grammar, big boy, they know. So yeah, always ask your questions. When you have your answers, use your number 6 to understand that this person is not serious. Use your number 6 to understand that as it is now, so now me wanna get to decide for the relationship whether I will continue or, because you cannot just keep going and you are not getting any positive response, and nobody the way they sabi hide their girlfriend them more. Mama, they no one talk about them for no side. Like you now date together only when una dey una two, so post the picture of the sign, or you go and delete that picture. Delete it, beg. I don't want you to start putting things out there. You don't know that there are witches and wizards. There are enemies. Your jealous friends. Massa. You never talk. Uncle, if you watch video, you never talk. So, auntie, the long and short of this life is that be expressive. Ask your questions. Hello, I see someone just joined. Please let me know where you're watching from. Say hi in the comments. Like the video if you're just getting in. Share. This may not be for everyone, but there is one person who needs to hear this. That uncle has been showing you red cards. It don't show you fine. Say no, your place no dey for here. But you put power. So you don't pick your clothes and one they go. So they finally your box already reach that house. Where you don't see and clearly say they don't want you. You think say when you pack all things there, you go keep them for day. Small time you take belen, you add them for day. Wait till go change. Small time, I can only take care of my child. You are not my responsibility. Hey. Baby grammar where people they know the air for the other side. So this whole thing we fix them. We adjust on the grammar then if we start learn to read those writings. Say, okay, this guy, you want to see things she say the guy, really, they into me that way. Want this thing, but know how to tell me. So when you ask when you finally ask he tell you go get your clear conclusion. Say no, na the place this way you stand, and then you fit JJ the sign out. Sometimes they need easy for sign out completely, but make sure you are packing out small. Yes, make sure you are packing out until you finally pack out. Move into things that will help you. Yes, so thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I made sense. I hope I was talking sense here. I have shared my experience, how I asked the question. The answer that I got was not what I expected, but I bounced back. I said, "Who? Not me. I can't cry for here. Say me, you can't think. Say without you, I go die. Hey, no. I go in our house now. I go to my go man see place before I cry my small cry. I wipe my eye. I say, Sha, life must continue. No man, I find girl. On a fine girl, life must continue. So when I be asked her, that time too, he heard clear for inside say, hey, the girl the turn already so say, if I hear say marry man, no vex. If I hear say don't move into different relationship, that means say he just be ready for don't move into different relationship. Now so now the way I take the thing, I make I say and say no. I think that I need you. You know if you go so ask those questions. Now only boy we no serious. Go talk say you cannot come and start pressurizing me. You can't give me pressure. Uncle, who's pressure? Which one be pressure? Which pressure? So one they were even talking at desperation. The worst already even happen now. Boy, the way they talk say, hey, you go fake carry belle. All my friend they don't born. All my friend and get picking. Your friend and get picking. You want join gang for irresponsible boys gang. Let me know me. Let me know me. You go join them for that family for irresponsible people. I'm in Douala. I'm in Cameroon. Please let me know where you're watching from. Somebody's asking that where am I? Oh, I'm in Douala. I'm filming from Douala. I'm in Cameroon precisely. And let me know where you're watching from. I'm saying that as young women, we have to be expressive in our relationships. We don't assume. Yes, you love me. Yes, I am the sugar in your tea. Yes, I am the whatever you want to call me. What's your motive? Who are we in the next 2, 4, 5, 6, 1 year? Me and you. Now how? Wait till we be. Let me know. Let me know now. Let me just know. Because I'm not gonna leave my own things in. It is very important. It is very, very important. It is important. And people, let me say that not all relationships will last for 2, 3 years before they finally decide that, oh, you are the wife material. All that time, the way they be study girl in the now which kind of study first now? Now which kind of study? Can you even study somebody where people know for pretend so? People have been married. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Please like the video, subscribe and join the family. I'm talking about ladies, about sisters, about young girls being expressive in relationships. Be expressive. That time when they talk say no, na man picking they in control for the relationship because just she don't day they go, weeks they go, months they go, years they go. The worst one I said they go start introducing for all sight. My girlfriend, wait tomorrow. People go start call you our wife, my wife. Tomorrow they go marry different person. Then you go start to change. You go to hide your face now. You go to work on her. Then you go start look other auntie, that other uncle the way they come for you. Talk say, I want to marry you. You are very beautiful. I'm in a relationship. You go to do in her. So these things are good to be defined. Where you define and all. Anything will happen for future. You know say no. Use yourself to you carry your head. You should don't for the thing where you know say no. You know go work. Okay, you are a man. Okay. Yes. If you're a man watching, don't be angry when your woman asks you to define this relationship, asks you the future of the relationship. You should not be angry. Like, okay, why do you men get angry in the first place? Why do men get angry when women ask that, what is the future of this relationship? What is your motive? Who are we? Where is this relationship headed to? Where is it heading to? Let's know. And for the most, 90% of guys will be like, hey, this one that you're beginning to ask me about future of relationship. This is some kind of desperation. You are desperate. Don't put pressure. Your serious guys will not respond that way. And let me know, how will you react? If you're a guy watching, how will you react to this question from your woman? What is the future of this relationship? How will you take it? I don't know how the question used to vex plenty guys there. How it go vex you? Let me say you just want man to follow every day. No, it is very important to ask. It is important. As a guy, you should expect these questions. You have made it so much. Guys have made it so much that girls are even scared to ask. You get into a relationship and your friends will be telling, no go they go start asking wait till the future for relationship because boy and so they hate for year that kind of thing. Small time 1 year you call any answer again. May no answer no. That means in the relationship no effect get to be in the first place. I met my husband. I met my husband. I was in my early 20s. And I met him as a friend. He was my friend. There was no string attached. I've said this and I'm saying it again. I was in a relationship. He was my friend. He knew about that relationship. He knew about it. And I was with one guy who was so insecure, so possessive. You know, one see some other guy from my corner. That means say, the guy, so me and he, they do. No. I tried to explain things to him. And I was not ready to let go, to send people I've known, to cut off people I've known for years because I met him some 2 months ago. I told him that it's not going to work that way. And since he could not take it, for his peace of mind, because he said I was too stubborn, he said, I just had one day and he served me breakfast. Nigerians will put it. He served me breakfast. He tell me, say, I cannot pull off with this. I cannot keep a girl who is very stubborn and this and that and all of that. So it hurts me, because when you accept somebody, when you accept to be in a relationship with somebody, you get fun, then you know how this love thing works, right? And then one day the person just wakes up and say, I don't think I can keep a hot and stubborn. And he called me hot because he was seeing guys around me, guys who were just my friends. Some of these guys were even my brothers. But if you consider brother na the right way, you and he come out for the same home, your mommy and your papa, the same parents. If na say na your cousin, your auntie, no, people can still your cousin. No, you not see the, you not still make sense for you. So I saw that this was not going to work, because even in this kind of relationship, if you finally come married, that means say my cousin, they know visit me. It means say no man no visit me, no. Any man come from my corner, that means say you don't come, can do they do. Where? So it's too mean. If you're in a relationship with somebody, it's the simplest thing that is demanded is just trust. Trust that person until they prove and say, no, you not be trustworthy. I do that. It's difficult to trust people, but let's trust them until they tell us that, no, sister, don't trust me. How will they tell you that? With the way, they will bring situations, they will start lying, they will be dishonest, they will cheat. And you will know that, okay, clearly I am not supposed to trust this person. But you cannot just get up from nowhere and you see this person come and visit, you see this person call me. Now, big problem. I am not supposed to be answering call from Bison. Who is Bison? You are not supposed to. I said, Bison is my friend. You are not supposed to be answering call from who is that other person that was close with, who was just a friend? Nkem was just from my area. We were just friends. And you say, no, I not get to the, because they don't, uncle. And when you are not expressive, when you don't put an end, when you don't say these things, when these relationships just start, be very sure that these things will continue even when you finally get married. And when you get married, it go difficult for change. It go difficult for change. And when you want to even talk about it, they will say that you are listening to bad friends. Hey, you are beginning to take our issues to people. Hey, you are beginning to do this. You are beginning to do this. That is why I say that it is important to say these things. I was just 2 months in a relationship and I made him understand that, uncle, I cannot send these people away because of you. I cannot. Not that I did not love him, I loved him. But he was asking for too much. You cannot come to my life and separate me from people I've known all my life. Me say, even when we get married, that means I would in her. It doesn't make sense to me. That is why I say that when you see things like that in a relationship, those early days, now for you get power now. That time they never see you finish. Familiarity no over there that way, because we are still just getting to know each other. Say what you want. Be expressive. Say it the way you want it. Don't wait until when they don't know you. When anything you talk me the whole water again, because not be na just, not be you know, do nothing, no, not be na you. Hey, this is you now. You cannot do anything when they don't see you finish. Familiarity. That time you want to talk with again. Anything you talk and say, Sha, you talk with you know go no side. You go vex no, you go still come back. But when for that early days, I don't make a mean no say no, uncle, this person like this, these are my people. Accept them, or this thing is not going to nowhere. They will learn to take it that way. And you ask your questions. Ladies, ask your questions. Ask your questions. Ask your question. It is very important. Ask your questions. If you don't ask your questions, you just keep going and going and going, and one day it will end. Wait for not end soon so that you move into more serious things. More serious things, I'm telling you. See, not all breakups are really worth crying over. Because I still remember how I felt that day when I received that message from that guy. Like, oh my God. Is it that I'm really stubborn? Could it be true that I'm really just stubborn? If I actually cried and went back begging, like, I will not be married to the love of my life today. My husband is one person that will leave you to do your thing. Like, he trusts you. So how will I now be? I cannot imagine myself with a man who will always be just painting pictures of me having a relationship with everyone around me, cheating, and it's not safe for your mental health. It's not safe. Okay, my husband, we're not even married yet, but my husband had proposed to me. He had proposed, and he traveled. He was out of the country, and we were keeping our relationship top notch, 100%. The relationship was excellent, and I made everyone around me to understand that I was in a relationship because he had made his intentions known. I saw how serious the thing was going. I could judge, I could tell for myself that no, this one is serious. This is my position in this relationship. I was serious. And so now one of my older brother's friend came to Yaoundé. I was in Yaoundé then. My older brother's friend came to Yaoundé to do something, maybe for an interview at the American embassy, and he was stranded. He did not know where to. He did not have a place to sleep. Excuse me. And he called that please, he can come and spend the night at my place. He is around and things like that. Immediately, I texted my husband. I texted my fiance, because we were not married then. I texted him. I said, Big Bro's friend is around, and he has an interview tomorrow. He says that you come and sleep here. You come and spend the night with me. And when he came, I don't know if you enter my room then, it was clear now that this girl is not single, because now when they have defined it to you, because I asked the question, it was defined, we got engaged. That is when I was becoming too I became serious. I could put his picture in my room. I could do my things. Like, I was not hiding anything again. I was not trying to leave some small window. Say, okay, let me just still keep it like maybe you will never know the coming of the Lord. If I put the picture now, some potential person can see, and I go to say, the girl. No, I was very okay. I was fine. In my head, I knew that this is my man. You see, because everything was defined. And so I told him that my friend, my brother's friend, because he's like a family friend to us, he's coming and he will come and spend the night here. He said, okay. He was not bothered because he trusts me. I'm not living in an apartment house. Here's this thing. Yes, don't put it in your mouth here. And he lived, I was in my small room. Now, one room, now I don't keep my bed, so there was a small couch that if you enter, you just sit, just because I don't want people sitting on the bed directly and things like that. It's just one small room that I had in Yaoundé. And when he came, we were going to sleep there together. Had it been, it was that other guy, where person need just pass my corner. Let me say, you follow the boy. It means no, that one, so therefore read and was saying no. Your brother a friend can't sleep for your house. Let me say, you are not sleep that night. Oh, Jesse is back from school. Welcome. How are you?
Fine.
How was school today?
Oh, fine.
Go and change now. Go and change. Go and change it. Hey! Jola wants me to give his own hug. Come and take. So yeah. So when I told him he was okay, he was fine. He was fine because he trusts me. Because he knows say no. Not no happen no. I know the girl no. Then when my brother's friend came now, and I was on call because we were always on phone, video calls, and we were always on phone. And when we were talking that evening, he was very quiet. You know, one can cause problem in my relationship. You know, happens if you be quiet now. And he's not that I was going to mention him. I said, Adolf is here. His name is Adolf. I said, Adolf is here, and he was like, because they know in Cameroon, most Cameroonian guys don't trust like that. Very few trust you like that. And after I dropped that call, he was like, but he said, you the tell man say Me a there, your brother a friend there. You don't say your brother a friend. If you don't say your brother no. Why you don't say your brother a friend? Say you know stuff he say. I say no. I don't know that man no dey so. He trusts me. Why I go tell you say my brother? He knows my brothers. If I tell you say my brother, I go say which your other brother again. So I should be honest. Ma tell you the truth. Say you be my brother a friend. Don't be afraid. Nothing will happen. You know, cause no problem. It's because I knew the man I was in with, and the man knew the woman he was in with. He trusts me. You get it? So yeah, there should be that level of trust. That level of trust should be there. That you will not think that any man that pass and smiles back, or I smile at the person, let me say that person don't already shift my pants. That means that person don't already shift my pants. Hey, Papa God told you I said no easy. So yeah, in as much as our Cameroonian guys don't like us asking them the future of the relationship, for our mental health, for our sanity, we will keep asking them because we want things defined, because we don't want our time being wasted. They have wasted our older sisters' time. They don't waste what big sister their time. We no go leave me they waste what small sister their own time. They can't go back. We go tell them say no. Una ask the question. If you know one time, you go. You get into another relationship and you meet more serious people. So thank you guys so much. We have come to the end of this live. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's make this interactive. I'm sorry that I came live and it was unannounced. And I'm saying that I am a mom of 3 very active boys in a distance marriage, and it's not easy to manage kids, especially boys. Jesse is back from school, and Jesse energy they like 3 village. They like 3 villages and put together. So I just have to end this here. I'm sure you guys enjoy the live. I'll try as much as possible to make this, to bring to come live weekly, like once every week, because there are more things I need. I'm a counselor, I'm a school counselor, and for some reason most people trust me with their relationships because most things I say to them to do in their relationships works. So I just think that I'm good with talking to people about relationships. I am not a trained relationship expert, but I have been able to keep some people in their relationships that have led them to marriages. I've been able to keep some people, I've been able to see keep some people out of relationships that were wasting their time. I have. I have. And they were thankful that I came through. So that is why I think that I should say this to my young sisters who are watching. And I brought this today because I noticed that a majority of people watching me are females, they are girls, and are between the ages of 24 to 35. And I think that I am targeting the right audience for this relationship talks and all of that. So yeah, thank you so much. Keep watching. Please share this video to your young sisters, your younger sisters. Let them not be afraid to ask their questions. It is important to ask. And if you are a big sister, try as much as possible to talk to your younger sisters about the importance of being expressive in their relationships, and also teach them their menstrual cycle. I noticed, I am a school counselor, like I said. I was talking to some upper 6 girls and lower 6 girls, and I noticed that they don't know their menstrual cycle. They don't understand it. They don't know their self-day. They don't know their menstrual, their cycle length, the length of their cycle. They don't know their safe periods and their unsafe periods. They don't know their ovulation and all of that. I will not blame them. In my early 20s, I was equally as ignorant as they are. I have just read books. I have watched lots and lots of videos here on YouTube, and I am very sure that not all of us have access to watching these videos. And so if you are a big sister who has a mastery of these things, help your younger sisters, because a lot is happening out there and people are getting into things they did not plan to, and we can help them. And one of these days, maybe next week but inside in this March, I'll bring a video just talking to my young sisters about their menstrual cycle, because I think most people, and even not just young girls, some of us in our 30s still find it difficult to get that rightly. We still make mistakes. So thank you guys so much for watching. We have come to the end of this live. Bye bye. I told you guys that my boys are back from school. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Jay, go and eat here. Go and eat. See you guys next week. Keep being expressive in your relationship. Let them say you're desperate. Don't give it down. You're doing what is right. You are never desperate when you're doing the right thing. So, see you guys later. Hey, GC. Stop. Oh, please. You push go and eat. Cyril, please take them away. Papa, you push go and eat it. Go and eat, thank you. Hey, Bafu boys in my house. And I like noise.